This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Funerals. Oh, God, it's shocking.
Gosh, don't want to be in the box.
Tough.
Not keen to be in the box.
You also hope that there's nice tea and coffee there as well, and you have a couple of bickies, you go back to someone's for the wake. Someone usually does a burnout, or there's a burnout involved somehow. He loved his Tiranas,
Didn't he? And when you know what, when they don't trim the crusts off the chicken sandwiches, I'm furious. Plenty of mayo, please, and drop the nuts out of your chicken sandwiches. That's crazy stuff.
A mentha hunt. A mentha.
What's your language, please?
A mentha. I meant to get that right. A mentha hunt. Her 80-year-old uncle died. And something went wrong at the funeral. Have a listen to this.
When Amita Hunt's 80-year-old uncle passed away, she chose Harrison Ross Mortuary to prepare him for burial. But when she went to view his body, she says it wasn't him.
It was a guy laying there in my uncle's suit, but it wasn't my uncle.
What did you think?
I just kept looking at him. I didn't know. I just kept looking at him and kept looking. I'm like, wait a minute, he couldn't have got that dark.
So what, he was a different shade to the original uncle? Different tones. That's not what happens when you die.
But in Uncle Harrison's suit.
So they've taken, they lost the body, but somehow had the suit. Maybe they had to do an autopsy or clean the body and then they redress it. But all of a sudden there was a mix-up.
Apparently the lady at the funeral home goes, can you just wait here? I'll just go sort this out. 3 hours later comes back and there's the body in the right suit.
You're
just
kidding me.
Changed it over.
Guys, he never wore this brand. It's Taro Cash. You know he was a Versace kind of guy. And the other bloke in the suit's Mexican. So
what about the story? I mean, what went wrong at the funeral home? 13-24-10, get involved. And anyone gets on air, you go into the running for 10K every day in May. But the story that we did, remember the woman that went to the funeral whip and she rocked up to the wrong funeral and no one was there?
Oh, yes.
So she signed in at the funeral, no one was there, and then realised I'm at the wrong funeral here, then gets a call a couple of months later and says, well, that funeral that you went to, that lady in her will said whoever rocks up to my funeral can get all the money
that I'm leaving.
That I'm leaving.
That was extraordinary.
And she was the only one that rocked up and she did it by accident.
Got $100,000 or something. Moya from Sutherland, hello.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Good, Moya. What went wrong at the funeral?
I was at my cousin's funeral and my uncle was up giving the eulogy and his sister-in-law's ringtone goes off.
Yeah.
Firstly, lets it ring for about 6 times, but the ringtone is Highway to Hell.
Oh, no. Highway to hell!
Anyway, she proceeds to answer the call, steps to the side and said, I'm just at a funeral, can I call you back?
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Why would you... Do you know what? The worst part about my mum when this happened, Moya, was it was in a church, so it was a long pew, and I don't know why. So it was like a bench seat. I don't know why. She left her handbag at the start of the pew just outside the end of it and then walked in and sat in the middle. So when the phone started ringing, she had to get up and make her way past everybody to get her bag to turn the phone off.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, and you know the worst part too? The bloke that had died, they said that he'd stopped drinking a long time ago. And the guy getting up giving the eulogy, his best mate, says, do you know what? When Wayno, he was such a strong man that even just a month ago, he vomited, he had his stomach pumped by the ambulance. But you know what? He went to hospital, came back, and he kept drinking. That's how much of a man Wayno was.
Yeah, see, that's how you do it.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.